Ladies and gentlemen, I want to congratulate you on finding and clicking this video, because in this video I want to talk about why my portfolio investment philosophy and allocation is set up to outperform and frankly destroy the portfolio of BitBoy Crypto and many other large cryptocurrency influencers. So in this video I want to go on to explain why I have a problem with the vast majority of large crypto influencers' portfolio allocation strategy, their philosophy when it comes to investing, and I also want to go on to explain my element and why I think I'm so set up to completely destroy and outperform the vast majority of the rest of the cryptocurrency market. So if you want to find out more, do me and you a favor, like and subscribe, hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads, and without further ado, let's delve into it. So ladies and gentlemen, we are looking here at BitBoy Crypto. This is the largest cryptocurrency influencer in the world, and why I could go on to criticize many different cryptocurrency influencers, I think BitBoy pretty much summarizes and represents the majority of the market, what the market is thinking, and the majority of cryptocurrency influencers out there. Now, folks, in this video, I want to focus my criticism not on anything personal, but purely ideas, okay? I'm criticizing ideas here, nothing's personal. Now, BitBoy Crypto, very interestingly, put out a video not too long ago talking about his complete portfolio allocation. And in fact, this is the BitBoy Crypto portfolio. Now, this is not just simply Ben Armstrong's cryptocurrency. This is the company's portfolio. I mean, they got a company of, I think, like 50 individuals over there. So they have a portfolio worth $16.4 million, roughly speaking, during 2022 Q2. And as we can see here, we have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, XRP, Polkadot, Solana. The vast majority of his large holdings are all high cap cryptocurrencies. And folks, ultimately, I want to boil down my criticism to a couple things. Number one, his portfolio allocation strategy is to the largest, already well-established cryptocurrencies out there that have been out for years, who've already had parabolic run-ups, which is basically going to get you average market returns. Number two, I believe BitBoy Crypto, alongside many other cryptocurrency influencers, have failed to properly understand risk in a very important way, which is what fundamentally distinguishes my crypto investment philosophy and the exact allocation that I will later share with you guys and their approach. And then third but not last, something that I've been growing increasingly tired of, and I think it's too far to say I have a contempt of, but increasingly tired of, is I hate it when I see these large cryptocurrency influencers continue to shill Bitcoin to brand new retail investors getting into crypto hoping for financial freedom. Because the truth that they don't tell you, which they all know, large cryptocurrency influencers, is that Bitcoin is just simply not going to bring financial freedom to the vast majority of new retail investors and traders getting into the space today. Why? Because it's already been out for over a decade. It's already done millions of X growth. It's at the top of its S-curve adoption. It's only likely to do a 2x, a 5x, a 10x in the next couple years. Folks, a 2x, a 5x, a 10x, that's great if you're already rich and you have a more conservative investment approach. But if you're someone like me, who's very much not so rich, but trying to get there, trying to seek financial freedom for you and your family for the rest of your life, a 2x to 5x to 10x in a couple years is frankly not going to do it for you. If you want financial freedom as a normal person, as a working class person, you frankly need a 50x, 100x, 1000x, 10,000x to get yourself there. Because the way you invest $16 million as an already rich person, I believe, is quite different than the way one would invest if you're like me, very much not so rich, trying to get rich. And again, none of this is financial advice. I'm merely explaining my approach. And those are ultimately the three major problems I have with this kind of portfolio allocation. Number one, with this kind of portfolio, you're gonna get average market returns. I mean, he basically invested into the front page of CoinGecko here. Number two, I believe BitBoy Crypto, among many other crypto influencers, have misidentified what risk factors make an investment opportunity illegitimate. And then number three, I hate to see these large influencers continue to shill Bitcoin to their audience, because it's simply not going to dramatically change the financial lives of the vast majority of people watching this space. If you're already a millionaire, sure, a 2x, a 5x in a couple years sounds great to you, but a 2x, a 5x ain't going to change the lives of working class, middle class people. Now, before I go on to explain, I believe, the solution to some of the faults we're seeing with BitBoy and other large crypto influencers, before I go on to reveal my allocation and my philosophy, I first want to let you guys know exactly why I'm making this video, exactly why I'm doing this. Folks, this shit ain't trivial. People are actually out here trying to find financial freedom. Personally, folks, I consider myself to be a financial slave. If I don't do something to make an income, I will be a homeless person, okay? And I do not want to be in that position for the rest of my life. In fact, because of the decisions I've made, because I've actually gone all in, put every single last penny to my name into these three cryptocurrencies that I'm about to describe to y'all, I believe I'm personally set up to be financially free for the rest of my life in a couple of years. And frankly, it would be nice to think that I helped maybe at least a few other people do something similar along the way, even though nothing I do is financial advice. This is all infotainment. But if we look at our channel here, folks, we can see that I've been focusing very heavily on one particular niche. That is the Hex, Pulse Chain, and PulseX niche, all made by one founder, Richard Hart, for a very, very, very specific set of reasons, folks. For reasons I will go on to explain, this niche has been wildly, largely ignored by the majority of large crypto influencers. When's the last time you heard BitBoy Crypto, Elio Trades, Crypto Banter talk about Hex? They don't. Why? Because I believe they have misidentified what set of risk factors lead to an investment opportunity being illegitimate or not. I used to dismiss Hex a lot due to some of the ways it was marketed initially. It does have a lot of baggage, but fuck the baggage, fuck the marketing, fuck the cringe. What is in the smart contract? What is the software? What is the intrinsic tokenomics of something like Hex? After months of research, I came to realize that Hex is of extreme intrinsic high quality that's also been largely ignored by the rest of the market due to them not doing a lot of research and basically having a surface level understanding of what Hex is all about, and it also being extremely early. So folks, those set of factors exist with Pulse Chain and PulseX as well, where it's extremely early, largely dismissed, and it is of high intrinsic value that is going after the largest total addressable market in crypto with the ability to actually pull it off. And with all these set of factors in Pulse Chain, PulseX, and Hex, exists the recipe for outperforming the majority of the rest of the crypto markets. Folks, if you want above average returns, if you want to outperform the market, if you want financial freedom, you need to find the thing that others aren't focusing on. You need to think outside the box. What is the majority of the market neglecting, either due to ignorance or lack of exposure, that is of intrinsic high quality, that is going after the largest or a large total addressable market with the ability to actually pull it off, that is early, that is of high quality? Folks, it is so rare to find those combination of factors within a cryptocurrency, and I have not only found it in one, but in three with Hex, Pulse Chain, and PulseX. Now, allow me to briefly describe what these three cryptocurrencies are and why I've gone all in, put every last penny to my name into these cryptocurrencies. Number one, Hex. Folks, Hex was designed to appreciate in value over time and pay a yield through staking and locking up your cryptocurrency. Where in Hex, you can lock up your Hex anywhere from 1 day all the way to 5,555 days. The longer you look at, the longer, earlier, and larger amount you lock up, the more shares you will get, and therefore the more interest you will earn over time. But there's a catch. Shares in the Hex system, which is what pays out interest, gets more scarce and more expensive over time. So what you have in Hex is essentially a correlation mechanism where the price action is forever incentivized to chase the value of something that only goes up and gets scarcer, which is a share, because you constantly want a yield. It's good to have a yield because you can buy groceries, pay off debts, do whatever you want. And to get that yield, you need shares, and those shares always get scarcer. Therefore, you have price always incentivized to chase something that gets scarcer. Therefore, that's why Hex did a 10,000x over the last 10 years, and why I think it will go on to be one of the strongest performers in this crypto space over the long term. Now, Pulse Chain. Pulse Chain is a faster, cheaper version of Ethereum that's copying the entire system state and plopping it onto a new network that is proof of stake. Again, faster and cheaper. This is the next major Ethereum competitor. This is the next Cardano, the next Solana type of play in my eyes, folks. And I believe Pulse Chain is set up to be particularly competitive against Ethereum for two sets of reasons. Pulse Chain will be airdropping every single ERC20 holder a copy of the ERC20 coins onto the Pulse Chain network. That means your Chainlink, your Shiba, your USDC, all will be copied onto Pulse Chain. Number two, it is copying the entire system state of Ethereum onto a new network, meaning it is avoiding the problem that all these other networks like Cardano and Solana have in trying to build out an ecosystem from the ground up. Pulse Chain skipping all that and just copying Ethereum's ecosystem, essentially having to avoid the hard problem of building things from scratch, which is what all other Ethereum competitors are facing, a problem which Pulse Chain is skipping. So I think it is uniquely set up to be a very large Ethereum competitor in the upcoming years. Now, PulseX is the main decentralized exchange on Pulse Chain that very uniquely has this buy and burn feature where fees on the PulseX DEX are taken to then buy PulseX on the open market and then burn it, essentially having 24/7 buy pressure on the market, where the more volume this DEX gets over time, the more and more PulseX will be bought and then burnt. Extremely ultra bullish tokenomics. From some estimates I've heard, you could see buy pressure anywhere from the high hundreds of thousands of dollars to the millions of dollars eventually once we get enough volume on a daily basis of PulseX that is burnt. Not to mention that Pulse Chain and PulseX are deflationary from the start, starting off with their max supply. Extremely bullish tokenomics here. So folks, not only do we have a set of 3 cryptocurrencies with ultra bullish tokenomics, but they are all extremely early, they are all largely dismissed by the greater market, and they are all of intrinsic high quality and misunderstood. What you get with those combination of factors is extreme opportunity, is the possibility, the high chance possibility to outperform the greater market as a whole and to potentially get financial freedom, which is what I'm looking out for. Folks, look, if I didn't say it already, you gotta understand where I'm coming from here. I'm a working class person. I've been a construction worker. You know, I used to build the largest wind turbines in North America. So that was a very interesting, very backbreaking, very dangerous job. I was also an infanteer in Canada's Army Reserves for several years. So I know what it is to work very hard for your money, which is the position that the vast majority of people in the world are in. People work hard for the money, and they don't have a lot at the end of the day to show for it, with all the bills every working class and middle class person has to pay. Which is why this issue is not trivial for me, folks. I'm not just looking for this video to get viral. No, I'm really out here putting every last penny to my name, betting everything I have on my thesis that I believe I have found this cryptocurrency niche with a combination of factors necessary in order to get someone like me and hopefully other people financial freedom in the upcoming years. So that's why I'm making this video, folks. That's why we run this channel. Like and subscribe if you want to follow our journey, follow our process along the way. I will be sharing with you guys our journey as Pulse Chain and PulseX come out. We will be sharing numbers, progress, all that good stuff. Not another financial advice, but it is what we're up to. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads. Until next time, take care, folks.